What was your biggest loss in one trade?
In one trade, I think recently, especially in the manipulation of Ethereum, that was in one day minus 700,000 on just Ethereum trade. But all things considered...
700,000?
Yes, in one day. So
I like the size of it, right?
All things considered that I had some profit, so I closed it with an actual loss of about 100,000. But
at this moment, do you feel this? Oh my God, I spent so much time doing this.
1 year. Yeah,
1 year, and now I lost all my profit in one day.
Yeah, that's why you diversify. That's why you build cash flow. That's why you do other things that it's painful and you kind of have expected one thing from the market. And I think that's also one of the reasons why the market is going down, because of the expectations of the cycle, which is not happening. So, but on the other hand, you have to always understand that when you're in the market as a retail player, you don't control the market. It controls you.
Yeah.
So you it still is painful, but you got to learn just the basic fact.
So why do you call this movement to the 201,000 manipulation on Ethereum?
We can analyze this together. So Trump promised us so many good things about crypto that he's going to do, which is all verbal. So it's all blah, blah. It's all great. It's nice. That's why Bitcoin pumped in November, when he won the election. But on the other hand, what he did was on a Friday...
Sell the rumors by the facts.
The crypto crashed. It wasn't the problem of crypto.
Yeah, it was a problem of trade wars.
Of trade wars and tariffs.
Yeah.
And he did it on a Friday.
On evening Friday.
Friday.
All the markets, Asia, Europe was closed. Yeah.
So S&P 500 dumped a little bit, crypto dumped a little bit, and then we go into the weekend when there is no man's land, and then guess what? On a Sunday night, during the night, as usual, the last cascading liquidation was also on a Sunday because they manipulated. They know that they can manipulate the price with lower liquidity and emptier order books. They dumped out of it. Everybody just panics, gets out. Maybe they even got shocked that they got it so low. But then, on the next day, you look at it on Monday, and somehow Mexico's situation is resolved. Canada's situation is resolved. Eric Trump, the son of the president, comes out and says, it's a great time to buy Ethereum. He posted it on Twitter. And then they also said that David Sachs, who is the crypto czar, is going to be speaking on behalf, like a press conference on behalf of the United States and the future of digital assets in the US. So, and they announced it all on Monday. And then guess what? Who bought $200 million worth of Ethereum during this cascading liquidation event? Trump's World Liberty. Trump did. Trump bought the dip for $200 million. Do I need to say more?
Okay. No, it's just the facts. I saw this information, so I'm 100% agree. And what is your plans for the trading? Do you plan to trade anymore?
I'm actually long now, all things considered.
Really?
But I'm more, I'm very careful. I have stop losses. So I'm not doing one of those swing trades. I'm doing active trades with shorter stop losses. And if we do a big pump, I'll just put my stop loss into no loss and just hope that this is the beginning of the finale of the old season. But if it's not, it dumps, maybe I can lose a few %, but that's about it. So I'm being very cautious and very careful, because even if Eric Trump came out and said it's time to buy Ethereum, it doesn't mean...
It means maybe you are exit liquidity.
Maybe you're going to be exit liquidity, because guess what? What proves this concept is the Trump coin. Look at the price action of Trump coin. They launch it, it goes to $80 just to dump down to $15. They don't give about the fact that billions of dollars of Americans were lost in this. All they had to do is maybe tweet something, say something, which is gonna, support the price, because it's a meme coin. It's got no utility. It's got to be supported by the community and by something verbal. So they don't do it. They don't give it. So it means that trusting any word out there is very challenging.
Do you think this is a change in paradigm, so nobody will believe in their words anymore? Or after the green candles, people forget everything?
I think that, it's always like this. So people will forget everything after a candle on Ethereum of 50% in a day. They will forget. They will start jumping into it. I think that the cycle in general is changing. I think that so many institutionals are at play, and all things considered, we have so much positivity.
But we have no growth.
But Bitcoin is at 100,000.
Yeah, that means that somebody sold.
Somebody's selling.
Somebody's selling, yeah.
Or there is price suppression, which is similar terminology. But in my opinion, what is happening right now is we expected a big run when Trump was, even before, we were expecting a Christmas rally.
Yeah.
So December, nothing happened.
Yeah.
January, nothing happened.
February again.
Same. So right now, a lot of the old holders who were holding, like the true crypto ones that are used to the cycles, and they were burnt when they, took Bitcoin maybe from 10,000 all the way to 69,000 to write it down just again to 15,000. And right now they're scared. because they just were going through so much that they were like, okay, maybe, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to take my 5x, 10x, whatever. I'm not going to be believing in this $1 million per Bitcoin. I will just take my money now. And I think that this is because the cycle is different. They're scared of it because they were just burnt just literally a year or 2 years ago. So I think that it also has a big impact besides the fact that retail just doesn't have much money in comparison to the COVID time, and delinquency rates on credit cards and overall debt on credit cards, 1.3 trillion. It's insane. People ain't got no money. Inflation is going to be getting worse. It's changing definitely. And the big players are at the steering wheel now, which is arguably not a good thing, but long term, it's good. Long term.
Yeah.
It's always the question of, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to go to 100,000. The question is how low it's going to go before it does.
Hey, if you like this video, don't forget to watch a full episode and also check the links in the description below.